Box Clinic and more, man. We're gonna go live with some boxing around 5 o'clock. I got the homie Moni Brown TV coming on, man. We're gonna talk some trill boxing talk, man. We got a nice little agenda lined up, but you know, I'm gonna go live on my first non-topic boxing video that I've done, and I'm gonna go live about the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. They made some moves today that it was shocking in the moves that they did make, but it wasn't no shock that they had some roster turnover coming. And I like the moves that they made for the most part. They got Jordan Clarkson. Larry Nance was very underrated. His minutes was fluctuating with the Lakers. I'm a Laker fan, so I know about Clarkson and Larry Nance. They got Rodney Hood. Who else did they get? Oh, George Hill as well. So they expected to bring on Kendrick Perkins for some reason. I thought he had retired, but they said he was going to retire. But it seems like he don't come on with the Cavs though. But you know, they got rid of Jay Crowder, who wasn't playing the same after his mom died and moving from Boston. They got rid of Derrick Rose, who was expected to be released and join the Minnesota Timberwolves, back with his old coach Tom Tibbs and back with his old boy Jimmy Butler. And they got rid of Isaiah Thomas to the Lakers, which I explained that a little bit more. Got rid of Shannon Fry, who wasn't nothing. And also, they got Kevin Love coming back. And I would wonder, if Kevin Love was healthy, would they would have traded him. I don't think you could trade an injured player. You know, teams that didn't make a trade. Toronto was trying to acquire, they were trying to acquire DeAndre Jordan as well as the Washington Wizards, which it didn't work out. I think DeAndre Jordan could walk. If he wasn't traded today, I haven't heard if he got traded or not. I think the deadline already passed. But it may be some late trades coming through the trading waiver wire. But for Cleveland, man, I like it. You know, you get better at the one spot with Clarkson. He's a better defender than Isaiah Thomas. Larry Nance is a tenacious rebounder. He's a good scorer, and he brings some energy with his bounce to a step. He played some five with the Lakers a little bit with Bogut, you know, getting injured. I wonder, did the Cavs try to get Julius Randle? I think he would have helped because he had some monster games this year as well. But I like it, though. I mean, you put Clarkson at the one. He could defend. He could score. He won't be struggling like Isaiah Thomas did. You know, Larry Nance can fill in for Kevin Love right now. The one thing I was looking for them to do is get better at the center position. You know, I guess you don't have to be big, but if they were eventually was to match up with Golden State, you want a guy like DeAndre Jordan who could have cleaned up the boards and stuff of that nature for them. You know, could have, you know, hit Golden State in their weakness. And their weakness is it's in the interior. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, for Cleveland, it's a good trade. And a lot of people say, oh, they won't get out the first round. It'll work. It'll work. You know, it'll work with Clarkson. He can defend, like I said it again. You know, Rodney Hood is a guy that, you know, when he's healthy and he's on. He can drop 30, 40 points like that. He's a gifted scorer, and that's the ideal guy that you want coming off the bench, or you can bring Jay off the bench if you want to start him. You know, historically, Rodney Hood has always pretty much came off the bench with the Jazz, or he was always injured when he was about to start. So health is a concern for Rodney Hood, but Rodney Hood definitely can fill it up. And I think, you know, a lot, like 20 teams was interested in Rodney Hood, and I'm surprised that he ended up with the Cavs, but he can definitely score. He definitely got potential, and to be honest, he got some all-star type of potential. I didn't see him, you know, get red hot, you know, with the Jazz, and with LeBron passing him and him getting wide open opportunities that, you know, he usually didn't get with Utah. He gonna be nasty. He gonna be nasty with Cleveland if he can be consistent and stay healthy. Him and Clarkson, you know, you can interchange them from the bench. George Hill, you can interchange them from the bench as well. Cleveland got a lot of flexibility with these trades, and they got a lot younger. Would I have liked to see them move Tristan Thompson? Absolutely. Or J.R. Smith? Absolutely. They got rid of Shepard, Derrick Rose, and a couple of those guys, but the flexibility that they get with this roster, they got guys that came off the bench. They didn't got guys that started. They didn't got guys that been on good teams. And with George Hill, he brings that veteran calmness to where you can move Clarkson to the 2 and start George Hill. A lot of people looking at George Hill's stats this year. And I remember one guy on social media pointed the fact out that he had only 2 points versus Golden State. if you watch Sacramento, and I watch a lot of basketball, you know, sports are I forgot the name of the link. I'll put the link in the description, but I got this free app where you can watch every game you want to watch, any sport. But the thing about George Hill is Sacramento Kings got the dumbest coach in the NBA. I mean, I don't know this guy's name, but I watched him a lot, and he never lets his players get into a rhythm. Whereas Buddy Hield might drop 30 Tuesday night, and they play Wednesday, Buddy Hield might not even play 15 minutes. So George Hill never got consistent minutes playing with, you know, the kid from Syracuse and De'Aaron Fox. He never got those consistent minutes with them. Malachi Richardson, he got traded today. We're playing with Malachi Richardson. I think Frank Mason over there from Kansas. And with De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield and Bogdanovich able to play 1 and 2 as well. George Hill never really got a steady diet. But when he actually played, he had some monster games this year. And George Hill is not washed up. He brings a veteran calmness. Like when you get into a Game 7 or a playoff series, look for George Hill to get those important minutes at the point guard position. George Hill is a good shooter. He's a great defender. He's from Indiana, not too far away. Thinking with the Ooey Pooey. People who in Indiana know what Ooey Pooey means to college. But he's definitely, I think, what the Cavs needed at the point guard position. And they got it at the guard position with both Clarkson, Hill, and they got that with those two, in my opinion. And Rodney Hood. Rodney Hood can defend as well. He's a nice 6'6", 6'5" type of guy that got length. A lot of people laughing at what Cleveland did. But what I think Cleveland did was ensure that they may win the East, in my opinion. With this roster right now, I really do think. I think they should give LeBron some games off, in my opinion, because he's looking a little bit tired and worn down. His 15th season. It don't matter if the Cavs are the 5th, 6th, 5th seed, or 7th, 8th seed. It don't matter. They go on the road and win games. The only real concern for me about the Cavaliers is the fact of, you know, these guys meshing in time. We see that Isaiah went to the Lakers, and I'm about to speak on that in one minute. I love Isaiah Thomas. He just never got healthy, you know what I'm saying? And for guys, I'm a Laker fan as well, Piston Laker fan, Magic, you know, big Magic fan, reason I'm a Laker fan. But the thing about the Lakers, they're not keeping Isaiah Thomas. Let me go there real quick. They're not keeping him, you know. They may use a sign and trade with Isaiah Thomas on the team, but he was acquired to clear cap space, you know. They want to get 2 max players in. They cleared the cap space with Isaiah Thomas. He will walk next year. And they must get rid of Luol Deng's contract. And with acquiring Cleveland's #1 pick, they will put that in with Luol Deng and move him as well. And what's so funny about, you know, a lot of the people not knowing shit about the players that got traded to Cleveland was the fact they speaking on players that they don't even know and what roles they in. And if you watch the NBA, you know George Hill wasn't in a situation where it was good for him. You know, George Hill deserves to be with a San Antonio. He deserves to be with a Golden State, Houston, Cleveland, Celtics type of contending type of team, because he don't need to be with a developmental team. I understand that he probably was helping develop and mentor De'Aaron Fox, and that's cool, but he needs to win now. And giving him the opportunity to win now with Clarkson and LeBron and Kevin Love, I think he's gonna be a lot better than what people, you know, expected. And Clarkson as well. And if you watch Clarkson when Lonzo Ball went out, Clarkson had some monster games starting that point with the Lakers. And Clarkson is a guy, and all the guards that they acquired, excuse me real quick, all the guards they acquired were Rodney Hood, who can slide and play the 3, Clarkson can play the 1 and 2, Hill can play the 1 and 2. All the guards they got are not ball-dominant guards like Isaiah Thomas. Now, I've told guys that Isaiah Thomas and LeBron won't work because LeBron is so ball-dominant that, you know, for them to have been successful with the roster they had, with the old people they had, I think it was very important for LeBron to be better off the ball and let potential Kyrie before he left and let potential Isaiah Thomas kind of run the point a little bit and get LeBron some easy buckets. May it be off some Reggie Miller, Rip Hamilton screens, some curl screens, some pick and pop, you know, with him being the picker and rolling and having him get some jump shots. You know, him playing on the post, on the block, and posting up in the high and low screen with Kevin Love. They needed to get creative with that offense for that old team to work. With this team, LeBron can be that guy because you have to respect the spot-up shooting of all 3 of those guys they brought in. Hill can hit big 3-pointers and consistently hit 3-pointers. Rodney Hood can consistently hit 3-pointers. And Jordan Clarkson can consistently hit 3-pointers. They all can spot up and shoot. they not your traditional one guards. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, but they have versatility, and this team is more in the mode of LeBron being able to make to the finals. This team is more flexible, and they can grow with that offense that they're running right now. And Hill, and let me say it again, Hill can defend, Hood can defend, Clarkson can defend. Larry Nance, he can give you the rebounder and kind of, he not really a real rim protector, but he can play above the rim. He's a good rebounder. He can shoot the little 10 to 12 footer as well. He has a lot of potential to be great. Him and LeBron, and on lobs and stuff of that nature, he's been brought in to replace Tristan Thompson, you know, because Thompson ain't got his mind right messing with those Kardashians. Let's keep it real. Larry Nance is a better Tristan Thompson. He's what they wanted. He's what they wanted Tristan Thompson to be at this point. Besides being that you know, rim protector that Tristan Thompson never could be. I think Larry Nance can be better in that role as well. But you know, I think Cleveland upgraded today, man. I might be one of the only few guys that think Cleveland upgraded. I haven't listened to McGrady, the Jump, and the rest of everybody. But I think they upgraded today. And a lot of people won't understand what I'm talking about today, see it. But this team is better for LeBron. I'm going to keep saying this team is better than LeBron because you had a guy in Shepard who wasn't hitting open shots. When LeBron passed you the ball and he got the ball and he dished it to you, he needs you to hit those open shots. He wasn't hitting them. Isaiah Thomas just wasn't fitting in. Dwayne Wade was just looking, oh, he about to retire and go to Miami, and this is the retirement year or probably next year in Wade County. Everybody else got on. And even with Larry Nance, you know, when LeBron drive and pick with Larry Nance get that 10 to 12 footer the way Tristan Thompson can't. So they did what's right for their team this year, and a lot of people think that they were selling off all these people. They wasn't. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if they let Rodney Hood start and push JR to the bench. Because Rodney and JR are similar in skill set, but Rodney has more potential than JR at this point. Because Rodney can hit open shots, and Rodney Hood, when I tell you guys, he might be inconsistent. I don't know why. I watched some of Utah games. I think it may be the injuries or him playing with Donovan Mitchell. And the reason why Utah traded Rodney Hood is not because he was an unrestricted free agent. They probably thought they wasn't going to match the offer, and 20 teams inquired about him. It's because they had Alex Burke on the bench, and when Rodney Hood went down, Alex Burke did very, very well. He lit it up as well. People know Alex Burke in that Colorado era. He's a good guard. He just never been healthy neither. But now that he's healthy, Utah could have got rid of Rodney Hood, but Rodney Hood really can play the game. Rodney Hood, out of all this trade, is the dark horse. Between him and Clarkson, they can give you 30, 40 points on any given night. You know, and they both can defend better than Isaiah Thomas as well. So I would say look for J.R. Smith role to change. Look for Tristan Thompson to change, especially when Kevin Love come back. You won't seeing a lot of Tristan Thompson no more for sure. I think J.R. Smith role will be reduced, so he's gonna be a bench player. And I think I think you're gonna see Clarkson, Hill, and Rodney Hood, you know, get a lot of playing time and interchangeable. Trust me on that. Hill and Hood is the dark horse picking up. You know what I'm saying? But the one that I really think is going to contribute and really change their fortune, you know, in my opinion, is going to be Larry Nance and Clarkson. And I think they all going to change their fortune. But I think Larry Nance is going to be that guy. I think he's going to be that guy. You know, Tristan Thompson, you're going to see him take a lesser role. But I like what Cleveland did, man. I really do. Other news, Alfred Payton got traded to the Suns. Well, you know, Isaiah Cannon had that nasty injury. They traded Eric Bledsoe and Tyler Ulis. He wishy-washy. You know, Alfred Payton is a good guard. I think the Orlando Magic is looking at getting, you know, Colin Sexton or one of those younger guards in the draft that could score. Alfred Payton ain't a household name, but he has some big games as well. He's your prototypical point guard. I think him and Devin Booker play good together because Payton can really defend. I was upset that the Pistons didn't go get Alfred Payton for a second-round draft pick, but I understand it because the Pistons need a shooting point guard, you know, and they need more shooting around Blake and Drummond, and they playing well together as well. But Payton and Phoenix, that's good because Phoenix needs defense, and Alfred Payton really can defend. He can assist. He got Booker that can shoot. Troy Daniels, you guys might not know Troy Daniels, but he really can shoot the rock. And they got T.J. Warren who really can shoot the rock. I like what Phoenix did there. That useless trade with Denver, Mavericks, and the Knicks. Moutier was a guy that had a lot of promise. He was committed to Larry Brown at SMU. Went to China because he didn't have the grades or violations, whatever. But he just never developed in Denver. And Denver had a hard time developing point guards. I mean, the kid Jamal Murray, he's starting to come on now, but he struggled this year and last year with transitioning with the Nuggets. And, you know, he did and whatever. And you also had the Blake Griffin trade weeks ago that's paying dividends for the Pistons. A lot of people in Detroit thought Blake Griffin was a guy that was, you know, wasn't going to be able to succeed without his athletic ability. When he decided a few years ago to stop dunking on people to save his knees and his juice. And he evolved his game. He's a very smooth guy. But those are the main trades that I heard about. Maybe I might have missed a few. But I definitely like what Cleveland did. I might be in the minority, fellas, but I love what Cleveland did. They built a team around LeBron. Instead of overhauling the offense like I suggested a week ago, they kind of move guys in that can spot up and shoot. And then when LeBron go out, they got guys that can create their own shot as well that won't, you know, hamper the offense. So appreciate y'all guys rocking on for the boxing guys. We coming back at 5 o'clock with Money Brown TV, man. We're going to talk some boxing. And I got some food for thought videos coming as well. We gone.